Greetings to all the judges and my fellow friends. Today, we will take this opportunity to talk about our topic, the influence of the vocational training curriculum on the competence of students in facing the challenge of the digital era. Before we start, please let us introduce ourselves. Firstly, my name is Alfin Anwar SPD. The second one is Varary Meswa Vanitiara SPD. The third one is Mia Rosmalisa SPD. And the last one is Professor Dr. Haji Muhyiddin ST MPD. We are from Indonesia University of Education, studying on Curriculum Development Program. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we know today, information and communications technology development cannot be separated from the development of the digital era. So that, through learning in vocational schools, it is hoped that students can receive theory and practice, following the competencies and needs of the work field, especially in the rapid development of information and communications technology as it is today. But in fact, during the last few decades, problems have been found in the practice of education in vocational schools, where the quality of graduates is considered to have adequate skills and knowledge of industry needs, which leads to not achieving the level of job satisfactions from entrepreneurs. Reporting from the Indonesia Central Statistic Agency in 2021, the open employment rate of vocational graduates occupies the first positions with a percentage of 11.13% compared to graduates of other schools levels. While as we can see on the figures, the existing vocational education curriculum in Indonesia is not driven by demand. The vocational education curriculum in Indonesia seems to encourage the industrial world to adjust the competences of existing graduates and not the other way around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the design of this study was using a descriptive method and quantitative approach where the populations take all vocational students of 12 grades in SMK Negeri 1 Toli-Toli Central Sulawesi, which are consists of 400 students. The sampling technique in this study was using simple random sampling that obtained 60 students, and the research instrument was using questionnaire, and the measurement was using Likert scale. And the data analysis in this study was using SPSS software with descriptive statistic and multiple linear regressions analysis. In the study, we have two hypotheses. The first one is there is no influence of the vocational training curriculum on the competences of SMK Negeri 1 Toli-Toli students in facing the challenges of the digital era. The second one is there is an influence of the vocational training curriculum on the competences of SMK Negeri 1 Toli-Toli students in facing the challenges of the digital era. In this study, there were two considerations in the Kolmogorov-Smirnov normality test hypothesis, which are the first one is if the significance value is more significant than 0.05, the research data is normally distributed. The second one is if the significance value is less than 0.05, then the research data is not normally distributed. As we can see on the figure, based on the results of the SPSS output table, the significance value of assumed significance using two-tail was known 0.092, which is significance was greater than 0.05. Therefore, according to the basic hypothesis considerations in the Kolmogorov-Smirnov normality test before, the assumptions of requirement for normality test in the regressions model have been met because the results show that the data is distributed normally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see on the figure, the value of the vocational education's curriculum coefficient is 0.641 and the constant number is 18.212. Based on these numbers, one predictor regression equations can be arranged as the formula that we can see on the screen. Based on the formula, the equations show that the value of the x coefficient is 0.641. This means that if the vocational training curriculum increases by 1 point, students' competence in the digital era will increase by 18.212. Based on the calculations, it is known that the T count is 7.230 with a significant value of 0.000, that is greater than 0.05, so that the second hypothesis or H1 is accepted. It can be concluded that the vocational education's curriculum has a positive and significant impact on the competence of Toli vocational high school students in the digital era. Well, based on our explanations before, it can be concluded that the vocational training curriculum positively affects students' competence in the digital era. This is because the vocational training curriculum is one of the efforts to develop the competence of vocational students in the digital era. However, increasing students' competence in each vocational high school has its percentage, so that's vocational high school in Toli. Therefore, it can also be concluded that with the vocational training curriculum for vocational students gives positive experiences, change in knowledge, abilities, and skills, which are increasing with the development of competencies and human resources and the digital era. Well, that's all our presentations in this study. Thank you so much for watching. May all those we have shared in these presentations be beneficial for all of us. Thank you very much.